Scandals and secrets revealed, the controversial history of the Olympic Games. Did you know that the Olympic Games, the world's most renowned athletic competition, started as a religious festival dedicated to the Greek god Zeus? Yes, indeed. This global spectacle that unites nations in a celebration of sport and camaraderie had rather humble and sacred origins. In the verdant valleys of Olympia, nestled in the western part of the Peloponnese Peninsula in Greece, the ancient Olympic Games first took root in the 8th century BC. The Greeks dedicated these games to Zeus, the king of their pantheon of gods, and they were held every 4 years, a period known as an Olympiad. But the ancient Olympics were not just about athletic prowess. They were deeply woven into the fabric of Greek religious life. The games were held alongside a festival to honor Zeus, featuring sacrifices and ceremonies. Athletes competed not just for personal glory, but to honor the gods. Winners were often treated like demigods, their feats of strength and speed seen as a divine blessing. Now brace yourselves for a shocking revelation. The inclusivity we associate with the modern Olympics was a far cry in the ancient times. Women were not only barred from competing, but they were also forbidden to watch the games. The penalty for breaking this rule was nothing less than death. Yes, you heard that right. Women caught sneaking a peek at the athletic events could be hurled from a cliff as punishment. A chilling reminder of how far we've come in terms of gender equality. However, it wasn't all doom and gloom for the women of ancient Greece. They had their own separate games in honor of Hera, Zeus's wife. Known as the Heraea, these games featured foot races for women, though they never gained the same prominence as the Olympic Games. The Olympics, as we know it today, has certainly come a long way from its ancient roots. From a religious festival in a small Greek valley to a global event watched by billions, the journey of the Olympic Games is a testament to the enduring human spirit and our shared love for athletic excellence. As we delve further into this fascinating journey, be prepared to uncover more scandals and secrets of this storied institution. Fast forward to 1896, the birth of the modern Olympics, a celebration of international unity and athletic prowess. Our journey through the annals of Olympic history takes us to the close of the 19th century. In the heart of Europe, a French educator and historian, Pierre de Coubertin, had a vision. He believed in the power of sports to unite nations and foster peace. Inspired by the ancient games, he led the charge to revive the Olympic Games, marking the dawn of the modern Olympics. The first modern Olympics were held in Athens, Greece, echoing the spirit of the ancient games. However, the road to international unity and athletic prowess was not without its bumps. As we dive deeper into the history, we unearth the controversy surrounding the 1904 St. Louis Games. The 1904 Olympics, held in conjunction with the World's Fair in St. Louis, Missouri, was marked by events that were anything but fair. This edition of the Games was marred by discrimination and unfair practices, leaving a blemish in the annals of Olympic history. From the sidelining of non-Western athletes to the creation of the so-called Anthropology Days, a spectacle that exploited indigenous people under the guise of sporting competition, the St. Louis Games were a far cry from de Coubertin's vision of international unity. The Games were also plagued by a lack of global participation. Of the 650 participants, over 500 were from the United States. This imbalance in representation, coupled with the aforementioned unfair practices, led to an Olympic event that was far from equitable. Yet, amidst the controversy, the 1904 St. Louis Games also saw the introduction of some sporting events that we still celebrate today, including the marathon and decathlon. A testament to the resilience of the human spirit, these athletic feats are a reminder that even in the face of adversity, the spirit of competition and the pursuit of excellence can prevail. The St. Louis Games certainly left a stain on the Olympic legacy, but as we'll see, it wasn't the last controversy. The 1980 and 1984 Olympics were more about politics than athletics. They became the Cold War battleground. The world stage of the Olympics has always been a place where countries showcase their strength, not just through athletic prowess, but also through political muscle. In the early 80s, the Olympic Games were intertwined with the Cold War tensions between two global superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union. The Moscow Games of 1980 and the Los Angeles Games of 1984 were marred by boycotts that echoed the political climate of the time. In 1980, the United States led a boycott of the Moscow Games in protest of the Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan. This was a bold move that saw 65 countries refusing to participate, a substantial portion of the Olympic family. But this decision was not without its consequences. Hundreds of athletes who had trained for years were denied the opportunity to compete on the world stage. These athletes became collateral damage in a political war that was fought far from the sporting arenas. Fast forward 4 years, and the tables were turned. The Soviet Union, along with 14 other countries, boycotted the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics, citing security concerns and alleging anti-Soviet hysteria in the United States. But many saw this as retaliation for the earlier boycott. Again, the athletes were the ones who bore the brunt of these political decisions. They were denied the chance to compete, to share in the spirit of the Olympics, and to potentially etch their names in sporting history. These Cold War games highlighted how the Olympic spirit, the unity, the camaraderie, the celebration of sporting excellence, could be overshadowed by global politics. The games were transformed from a platform of global unity into a political battleground, a stark deviation from the Olympic Charter's vision of promoting a peaceful society and shared understanding through sports. The Cold War Games were a stark reminder that the Olympics are not immune to global politics. Beyond the glitz and glamour of the Olympic Games lies a darker side. Our journey into the shadows takes us to recent times, where controversies have often overshadowed the spirit of the Games. The Russian doping scandal is a grim reminder of this. In a shocking revelation in 2016, an investigation uncovered a state-sponsored doping program in Russia. This revelation shook the foundations of the Games, casting a long shadow over the Olympic ideal of fair play. Athletes were robbed of their moment of glory, replaced by a bitter taste of betrayal. But doping isn't the only scandal that has marred the Olympics' reputation. The year was 2002, in the picturesque city of Salt Lake, Utah. The Winter Olympics was mired in controversy when it emerged that Salt Lake's bid committee had bribed International Olympic Committee members to secure the Games. This scandal exposed the underbelly of corruption within the organization, leading to the expulsion of several members and a comprehensive reform of the bidding process. And then there's the burden that falls on the host cities. The Olympics promise prestige and economic boost, but often they leave behind a trail of unused facilities and crippling debt. Athens, the birthplace of the modern Olympics, is a stark example. The 2004 Games left the city with a debt of billions of dollars and a plethora of unused facilities. The same story has been repeated in numerous cities, leading many to question whether the cost of hosting the Games is really worth it. These controversies have not only tainted the Olympic Games, but have also sparked a global debate about their future. Can the Games survive in their current form, or is a radical overhaul needed to preserve the ideals they were founded on? These scandals have led many to question the integrity and future of the Olympic Games. Despite the controversies, the Olympic Games continue to captivate audiences worldwide. But what does the future hold? The Olympics, like every other institution, must adapt to the changing times to stay relevant. This is evident in the inclusion of new sports to reflect the diversity and evolving interests of the global population. The Tokyo 2024 Olympics saw the introduction of sports like skateboarding, surfing, and sport climbing, while breakdancing is set to electrify audiences in Paris in 2028. The future of the Olympics also promises a greater focus on sustainability. The International Olympic Committee has made it mandatory for host cities to provide a comprehensive sustainability plan. This includes the use of existing or temporary venues to reduce the environmental and financial impact, and measures to offset carbon emissions. In a bid to attract younger audiences, there's an ongoing debate about whether esports should be included in the Olympic Games. With millions of fans worldwide and a culture that transcends borders, esports could redefine the Olympic experience. However, this proposal has been met with resistance from traditionalists who question if esports uphold the physical prowess and endurance that the Olympics celebrate. The future of the Olympics is also likely to see more stringent measures to ensure fairness and integrity. This includes better anti-doping strategies, improved gender equality, and more transparent bidding processes for host cities. The Olympics have the potential to become a platform for global dialogue on key issues like climate change, refugee crises, and social justice. The refugee Olympic team that debuted in Rio 2016 is a testament to this potential. The Olympic Games, for all its flaws, remains a symbol of global unity and sporting excellence. Its future, however, is for us to shape. As we step into the future, it's crucial that the Games continue to evolve in ways that respect its rich history, while also reflecting the realities of our modern world. With collective effort, the Olympics can remain a beacon of hope, unity, and human achievement for generations to come.